folks, it's Saturday. You know what that means. That means Saturday vlog. Y'all stick around, see what we're doing today. We got a lot going on. So y'all stick around, watch this little clip, and then we'll get right to it. So there's the house is at the back of our property, at the back of our 8 acres. It goes off down the hill there behind the house to a creek back there. There's probably a couple of acres, acre and a half, 2 acres back there behind the house, and then the rest of the 8 acres is up in front of the house here, and that's where our garden is up to the front here. There's the horse lean-to and my shed, and then up to the front of the property there is where our garden is, and where the little shed up there is we used to keep the horse feed, the feed for the horses and things in, and it's getting in bad shape, so we're thinking about just tearing that down maybe, unless he can fix it up a little to use for a garden shed, because our garden is up here right behind it. So we haven't decided for sure what to do about that yet. We could put all our garden stuff up here in that shed if he fixed it up, but it's in pretty bad shape, so we don't know about that. The horse pasture, and then the house and chicken coop and all that back there. So just a whole view of our property from front to back. There's a little more in front of that shed. There's a good size spot that goes down the hill, and then behind the house there's a place that goes down the hill. That's why we're kind of up on the ridge. I'm also going to be picking a bunch of dandelions today, because I just watched Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, and Stacy done 3 recipes with dandelions. So y'all look that up and watch that. She's also talking about doing one with the roots. She didn't do it, not that one, but she's going to do one with the roots. But she done 3 recipes with the tops and the leaves. I'm just going to do tops. I'm going to do the vinegar that she showed to do. I'm going to do the vinegar and maybe the tea. And this basket I wanted to show you. I just recently got this out and started using it for this kind of thing. That is a deep fryer basket. But I got rid of the deep fryer a long time ago and had this little wire basket left. And I saved it, and I'm glad I did, because now I use it to go gather wild stuff in like that. So I've got a whole lot more to get. I need to fill this up. Lee just mowed yesterday, so there's not a whole lot of dandelions here. I'm going to have to go to maybe the property next door is an abandoned property, and it's all growed up, and I'm sure there's a bunch over there. And there wouldn't be any, things sprayed, any pesticides or spray. But I will have to wash those good, and Stacy shows on their video rinsing them in vinegar rinse. So I'll be doing that and make sure all the bugs and stuff is out of there. And then I'll be following her recipes. So y'all go watch her video. There's some of the purple dead nettle. I'll pick some of that on my way back to the house to put in salad tonight. That grows everywhere. You can find that everywhere. Now there is something that looks a little similar, but you'll know it. I don't think they look that much alike, but some people do. So you will know it for sure by the square stem. All right, we're up here at the garden. We have a Back to Eden garden. We don't use the wood chips. We use leaves and compost and things like that, manure, there you go. That's what we use. We really like it. We just started it like a year ago, but we've gotten it pretty deep already, and we like using it. It has worked pretty good for us. is so thick with leaves that we rake a lot of the leaves back a little bit to get down there and when we start planting. So I don't know, it's been kind of iffy. I've heard for and against, and some people love it, some people don't like it at all. But for us, so far, it's been pretty good. Lee's putting up a row of fencing for our climbing things to climb on. He's going to put the cucumbers down through there and let them climb on fence. And we're going to put the tomatoes down through one and tie them up to fence. And pole beans and black-eyed peas. We're going to put several. He's going to make 3 fences down through there. 3 fence lines. And we're going to put the anything that climbs or can be tied up to it, like the tomatoes. He's going to put down through Lee's there. Planting the corn. And I want to show you his little method he's got going on to plant in this thick garden.
I'm a genius.
He, yeah, you just dropped one, genius. Okay, so let's show what you got there. He got him a little pole, a PVC pipe, and he made a little
wedge in there, cut a spot out right there, angled it, put some tape around it. So the seed will come out.
You talking about it's just a little stick?
Yeah, it's
sharpened down,
stick.
And a hole in the PVC.
Mm-hmm.
And
but
then,
I angled it there so that it don't just stop on top of it and get hung up.
Okay. And then he puts his seed down in there after he's poked that down in there. And
me from bending over.
Plants it right down in there because he don't want to bend over. Hurts his back. Poor little feller. Okay, but show me the angle again that you cut to keep it from...
It's just at a angle in there.
Ah, I see.
One side's taller. It can go at an angle like that in there.
Okay.
So when it comes down, it'll hit it and kick out that way.
Ah, okay. All right, we got it. Morris is trying to help. He's a pretty good cat. He's a friendly old feller. And he is trying to help Lee plant corn. So I walked over to the empty lot, the abandoned spot next door that's all growed up. And I didn't find any dandelions there. It's all growed up with lots of other stuff. But I did find these hidden up in there. I may have to go dig those up and move them over here. Here's another thing I use a lot of times to forage with, is this mesh bag. I definitely like taking these for hunting mushrooms. But now what I've got here is dandelions and purple dead nettle. I'm getting some of that. I'm going to do the tea and vinegars. And so I took this mesh bag with me this time because I was going off down the road, walking down the road with it, and I didn't want to pack that metal strainer with me. So I just grabbed this little mesh bag to go get some stuff. And this is from some of the grandkids having freezer pops over the years. I've saved several of these. We came down here last year. We were going to dig some up and take it home so that we would have it growing at our house. It has medicinal properties. It's mullein, and it grows just on the side of the road here in western Kentucky. I'm sure it grows lots of other places too, but usually you don't see this much of it in one spot. But this road, it's just a little gravel road that a farmer has some land back here. We always, like year before last and last year, we came and was going to dig some up and take it home, but the farmer had been working the land and spraying, and we just wasn't too sure about it. But this year I came early. He hasn't really done much in the field yet. The field actually still has yellow, I think it's wild mustard or something, that's what we call it, in it. So he hasn't done anything. He usually plants corn in there. And he swaps up, I think he swaps up corn and soybeans, but he hasn't done anything yet this year. So I thought it'd be a great time to go ahead and dig a few of these up. That is mullein. It gets real big and tall and has a big yellow flowers at the top. But this is early, just coming up. That's the biggest one. Most of them are still kind of small, but it grows all the way down through this little road here. And it's not a lot of traffic back here, so I'm not worried about it being on the side of the road because it's just a little gravel road that a couple of farmers use. So I'm going to go ahead and dig me a couple of little pieces of that up and take it home and plant it at the house so we have it for medicinal purposes. And of them, I know it's good for the lungs and I got 3 pieces of it. Brought them home, planted them here. They look a little wilted, but that's just because I just dug them up, brought them home, and we planted them, but we've watered them good, so they'll perk right back up. So there we go. I got me a bowl full of dandelions. So I think I'm probably going to do the tea out of this bunch because I'm really looking forward to some of that. I'll do the tea, and then I'll pick some more in a few days and do the vinegar. And I have these soaking in vinegar. It's vinegar and water. It's about half and half vinegar and water. Soak it in there to clean them out good, get all the bugs out, clean them out good. And I'll let that soak for 15-20 minutes, and then I'll rinse them several times real good before I make my tea. So that was our Saturday, y'all. Give us a thumbs up and comment and subscribe, and thanks for watching. See y'all next time.